welcome to another edition of the Coach's Corner here at the Tivoli Tap House, where we're going to be having a great show tonight. Alongside me is the one and only, the legend, Sean Tafoya. How you doing, Sean? And tell us about that big event that you had the privilege of calling.
Wow, Juan, thanks for overhyping me a little bit too much, I think. But
you came back from retirement, right?
I did, coming back. But yeah, I was able to call some NCAA Division III National Championship volleyball just a couple weekends ago. Made a trek to Rochester, Minnesota. So that was a ton of fun. Big shout out to Kaiser and Nick and all the guys from Blue Frame Technology. Excellent event, real great guys to work with. But you know what? Glad to be back here.
I'm glad you had fun out there. And who are we going to be having in today's show?
All right, so first off, we're going to talk to Coach Tanya Haave of this women's basketball team. Talk about her weekend, her team coming off 2 really big wins. And then we'll have Jenny Glenn, volleyball head coach, coming up on the show, talk about the RMAC tournament this weekend, how her team fared, getting back to the RMAC tournament championship, see how they did. And then we'll have Alyssa Svalberg, talk to her about her excitement about getting back to the big dance, learn a little bit more about her, introduce her to all the Roadrunner faithful at home. So
yeah, sounds like we're going to be having a great show. But before we get to our guests, we're going to be recapping what happened this weekend in Roadrunner sports. So we'll start with the volleyball team and the run in the RMAC tournament. They first hosted Colorado Mesa in the first round, and despite the scrappy effort by the Mavericks, who didn't make it easy on our Roadrunners, Coach Glenn's squad swept Mesa to move on to the semifinals. Taylor Duryea led MSU Denver with 13 kills while adding 4 total blocks. On to the semifinals, and it was the rematch with Colorado Mines. This time the place would be neutral at the Regis Fieldhouse. This one went 5 sets, and it was our Roadrunners who took the 3-2 win to move on to the championship match. Santasia Sturgis carried the squad with 19 kills and 17 digs. It was on to the finals, and it was no surprise that the top-seeded Regis University was waiting in the wings, and it was the Rangers who exacted some revenge on MSU Denver, who gave Regis their only loss of the regular season. It was a 3-0 win for the home team, and now the runners wait to see who they'll be placed for the NCAA tournament that will take place in a few weeks.
Now for some women's basketballs, they came away with 2 big wins in non-conference action. They first walloped Sioux Falls by 19 points. 10 different Roadrunners scored in this one, including a game-high 16 points from Jalen Smith, who also added 10 rebounds. Not too shabby for a point guard. The offensive onslaught continued the following night as 5 Roadrunners in double figures to defeat Central Washington 76-65. Georgia Ordorf scored 18 points, while newcomer Michaela Gordon racked up 15 points and an amazing 17 rebounds. Coach Haave's squad now is 2-2 on the season.
And the men's basketball team was back on the road this past weekend, venturing to Maryville, Missouri for a couple of non-conference games. First, they took on the defending national champions in Northwest Missouri State and actually held an 8-point lead at the half. But the defending champs turned it around and scored 38 points in the second half to send the runners to a 69-58 loss. For the second straight night, Coach Michael Ball's team held the lead at the break, but again it was the opposition who exploited for a huge second half offensively as Upper Iowa defeated MSU Denver 68-64. So now we welcome in Coach Haave to the Coach's Corner. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're doing fine.
Awesome. Great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
So Coach, now that Thanksgiving break's coming along and the holidays coming, do you guys have do you guys celebrate it together, or do you let the players go with their families if they're in town?
If their families are in town, I think I've got a couple players that'll come to my house. We've got a couple players going to Coach Wells, my assistant's house. So all of them have a place to go. So. It's about family, so if you have family in town, but you know they've got our family too if they need us. So we've got a couple players coming in. So we're all set for Thanksgiving, which is good.
That's great to hear. Now let's get into some basketball this weekend.
Awesome.
You guys continuing your non-conference play against Sioux Falls, though the games were played pretty close to home in Golden. That game really tight in the first half. I think your team was winning by 4 points at halftime, and then they pulled away with a huge win. What was the difference between half number 1 and half number 2?
I just think our focus was a little bit better in the second half. I thought we were just kind of holding back a little or trying to figure things out. And I just told them at halftime is that, look, you've got to just go play and play hard and just go for it. And, you know, I think we were playing kind of that playing not to lose instead of playing to win mentality. So we definitely responded well in the second half. So I was really happy with how he had responded to that in halftime.
Yeah, and one of the things we noticed from the box score was the 19 offensive rebounds that led to 22 second chance points. So as a coach that preaches offensive rebounding, how did you like that your team attacked the glass like that?
Well, that made the difference in the game for us. And guess that as we're trying to figure out our rotations and figure out how we're playing with each other, things like rebounding are going to make a difference for us. Or if your shot's not falling, the rebounding is going to make a difference. So we had 5 at halftime, finished with 19. So 14 in the second half. It was huge. So it made a huge, huge difference for us.
So you got a lot of experience returning on this team this year, and that was full on display against the Cougars. You guys had built up a pretty decent lead, then the Cougars stormed back, cut your lead to 3, but then you guys were able to regroup and really just push the lead back. So I guess a veteran team like yours, you feel like they know how to put away a team that they should be putting away?
We're getting there. We did on Friday night, clearly. But the test will be we get into conference play on the road, but I believe that we will. We've got a lot of veteran leadership, especially at the guard. You know, Jalen Smith has been playing for 2 years now. She's a junior. She's starting to really understand that. We're keeping our composure and, hey, let's just play our game and things will work out. And Georgia Ordorf has come along really nicely as a senior to, you know, never get rattled or keep your composure.
And Central Washington was on docket the next night, and you guys exploded, scoring 76 points, the season high for you guys. And 5 Roadrunners scored double figures in that match. So what was going right for your offense that night?
I just think we're starting to learn. We talked a lot about this last week because we had 13 assists in Texas for 2 games. So we had 14 on Friday night. We continue to talk about sharing the basketball. We had 16 assists on Saturday night. So we're starting to trust each other, share the ball, get better shots, better shot selection. So I think that's what's happening. And we have a lot of talented offensive players, so it's going to be great when we've got that balance. It's going to be really hard to key on anybody for us. And we haven't even seen the full potential of the players that aren't scoring yet. So very exciting to see that. Love to see the balance. And I love the 17 rebounds that Michaela Gordon had.
Yeah, that segues perfectly into my next question. We got to ask you about Michaela Gordon. You're senior on the team, but she's new to the squad as well. This weekend, she pulled down 27 rebounds, scored 30 points in both the games. Can you just talk about her performance, what it meant to the team, and I guess kind of her journey to come play Metro basketball here in downtown Denver?
Well, she's a graduate, so super senior, I guess you'll call it, super senior.
Super senior. And
her coach contacted us, and she had another year of eligibility. We hoped to, but we think just one. She was going to graduate, and per NCAA rules, when you graduate, you are kind of a free agent, so you can go without getting, they can't hold you back because you're done. So we definitely interested in her, and so she wanted to come and play another year with us, and she's just been great. She competes at everything, every drill, everything. She's a competitor, and she's very, very talented, very athletic. So she's been a great fit for us in terms of that. It took her that first weekend in Texas, you could see, not really sure. She's always started. We're bringing her off the bench. I've asked her to do that because of the type of player she is. I think she can make a huge impact for us. And she's just been so coachable, really trying to do everything that we're asking her to do. And, I think every weekend she's getting a little more comfortable. Clearly this weekend, very comfortable, averaging a double-double, which is great. But I think she's going to really bring that competitiveness. She's going to enforce her. And I think she'll raise the level of other players on the team as well. Yeah,
and it's good that you guys have the experience on the bench.
Oh, absolutely. That have a fifth-year senior. That's can't buy that.
And it seemed as in your games you guys went 11 deep in both matches. So was that something because of the flow of the game, or is that something you want to work on as the season goes?
I would like to play 11 players. I don't know if we will, but it'd be great in these non-conference games. You can start playing people, figuring out rotations, see who does well where, who plays well together, blah, blah, blah. You got a lot of things to figure out. But I love this time of year because I don't feel like I'm putting a puzzle together, like who plays well together, asking who do you like to play with, things like that, what combinations work well. You work on matchups, you think about matchups, or you think of in the future what matchup will be good with this team or that team or things like that. So it's a lot of fun for us as a coaching staff.
All right, Coach, so thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and we want to wish you and your team a happy Thanksgiving and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to all the Roadrunners, and all the best. I know we're here watching the volleyball, so we're real excited to see where they go and celebrate with them. Thank you guys. Yeah, I know you are, so I'll let you get on with your business, but thank you so much for having us.
All right, and before we go to break, we want to give you guys the tweet of the week, and it's going to be coming from the women's basketball team. After their win on Saturday, a team photo was tweeted out by the women's basketball team celebrating their weekend sweep from the Log Ridge Arena in Golden. 2 great wins for Coach Haave's squad, and they'll look for 2 more this weekend at home. Time for a break. We'll be coming right back with volleyball head coach Jenny Glenn.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks.
Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Hola, I'm Jackie Lopez, senior libero from the women's volleyball team.
Joust at the net. Great job there by Lopez. Come diving in.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy. I'm Basachi Fiatoa, senior middle blocker from Roadrunners volleyball team.
Excuse me, Gabby Varela. And hard hit there by Fiatoa, kind of coming out of nowhere.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
Welcome back, and before we chat with Coach Jenny Glenn, we want you guys to visit TivoliCo.com and support the Tivoli Brewing Company, because they allow us to host the Coach's Corner every Monday here at the Tivoli Tap House. So make sure to visit and keep up to date with everything that they have here at the Tivoli Brewery Tap House. So now welcoming Coach, and how you doing, Coach?
I'm good, thanks for having me.
All right, so this past weekend you guys had the RMAC tournament. First you guys hosted Colorado Mesa, and you guys swept them in 3 sets, and it was a team that you guys previously faced 2 times, and in sports there's a cliche that says the 3rd time's a charm for a team. So how hard was it for you guys to face a team that you guys faced 3 times in a row?
Well, the cliche I've heard is it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. So yeah, we got to play them 3 times within a week and a half. So the scouting report, I guess it was easier in a sense, but also harder. So, you know, anytime you're the losing team, you have a little bit of an advantage to make adjustments. So being on the winning side, we had to just stay motivated and keep our big goals in mind to keep grinding us through that. And I was really pleased that we were able to get them all 3 times.
And what sort of adjustments did you guys make to like for the RMAC matchup?
With Colorado Mesa?
Yeah.
Well, you know, each time we just kind of adjusted to what they did to us the previous time, and honestly, a lot of it was in-game adjustments. So how are they going to attack us this time? And then we had to make adjustments on the fly a little bit to adjust to what they were doing to us.
All right, so talk about that match a little bit. Against Mesa, you guys got off to really hot starts in each set, and then Mesa was able to go on a little bit of a run, make it close there towards the end. Was it just, I guess, your team just letting off the gas pedal a little bit, or was Mesa making, I guess, those in-game adjustments against you guys?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a different, I keep saying, helter-skelter match. You know, I thought we started really strong, and Mesa wasn't pushing back, and so we got out to a big lead, and then they seemed to kind of have some surges throughout the night, and when they did, we didn't really respond very well to that. So it was a good match for us to just learn how to keep our foot on the gas pedal and keep going, but very uncharacteristic of this group, so I didn't overthink that too much.
All right, so as we mentioned before, you guys swept Mesa, and a big part of that was because of Taylor Duryea. She had 13 kills in that match, and she was also 2nd team All-RMAC and was 2nd in kills for your squad this year. So talk to us about Taylor Duryea and how you ended up bringing her to Metro from Dixie State.
Yeah, so Taylor's a transfer. She came in, joined us this fall, and from Dixie State. Yeah, she just needed a new look, so we were lucky to get her. She's doing a great job for us. She's playing 3 rotations. Hope to continue to train her to a 6 rotation role. But early in the season, she struggled a little bit, but she's really come on late and had a great second half this season. So it's getting noisy in here.
Yeah, Coach. So
doing a great job.
So, Coach, why is it
there
getting
we
noisy
are.
right now? Who were you guys selected to play in the NCAA tournament?
Well, we don't know yet. We're about to find out. So the selection shows up now, and Regis, as we know, would be the #1 seed, host seed. So we'll go to their place to play. And just saw them match up with St. Mary's, who was the automatic qualifier out of the Heartland Conference. So they snuck in. Colorado School of Mines, it looks like, dropped to the 4 seed, which means we probably moved to the 3 seed.
Yeah, there you see the volleyball squad there on your screen. They're all in attendance here at the Tivoli Brew House, patiently waiting for their name to pop up and see who their selection is going to be against.
Yeah, and a lot of these teams that are in the NCAA in the region, you guys have faced them in the season, right?
Yeah. Well, we faced Angelo. Sorry, it's about to come up. We've only faced the RMAC teams and Angelo State, so we haven't seen the other Texas ones.
Wow, that's so loud in here.
Which means we are likely playing, A&M Commerce. Interesting.
I've never heard the Tivoli Top Hat so loud before. So.
Wow, so that was a matchup that we were not expecting. Previously, we had been in the 5 seeds, and Angelo State had been in the 4 seed. So there was a lot of mix-up that happened in this last weekend in the conference tournament. So pleased to see that we were in the 3 seed. Our win over Colorado Mines definitely propelled us to that, and Angelo State's loss. And so, yeah, that'll be a good matchup for us. Texas A&M Commerce, I know, has some veteran teams and are pretty athletic. So get excited to get scouting on them.
All right, so didn't Texas A&M Commerce also came to the Colorado Premier Challenge? So
they did not actually. No.
That was one of the teams
that was Angelo and Tarleton. Yeah.
But what else do you know about this team that you guys are going to be facing?
Well, like I said, what I've heard is they have a veteran group, and I haven't seen them yet, but some of our conference teams have faced them, so maybe get some tips. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right thing to do. But we'll be able to get video. There's a video exchange, so we'll start seeing what they got.
Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck. Let's move forward and talk about some more RMAC tournament action. First, with the semifinal game against Colorado School of Mines, a team that you guys lost to earlier in the season. The only time that you guys played the Ore Diggers. So, as a coach, you really preach to your team as, hey, let's go out there, let's beat these guys, let's get some revenge, or is it more like, hey, let's stick to our game plan, let's do what we do well, and good things will come of that?
Yeah, well, we definitely want another shot at Colorado School of Mines. We thought we kind of let it out of our grasp a little bit at their place. Very good team. They do a lot of things to make you really uncomfortable, so we just wanted another shot. It didn't sit well with us to lose to them. So, we always have a game plan. We have a plan on our season, and that's just another team in our way of our goals. So that's kind of how we approach the match. But I was really pleased with the outcome. Obviously, it was a gritty match. It was not a clean match. Both teams are very good offensive teams, and we both hit pretty low percentages for us. So it was a different look, but I was really proud how we just stuck with it and found a way to win.
Yeah, no, we saw that Regis and Mines will also be in the regional tournament. So how exciting would it be to get a shot at one of those teams, especially Regis, since you guys just recently lost to him in the conference championship?
Yeah, well, that matchup changes, moving from the 4 seed or the 5 seed to the 3 seed. We thought if we were in the 5 seed, we would have another shot at Regis if we made it to the second round. But now, being the 3 seed, we wouldn't see them to the championship again. So hopefully we get to play Regis again. That would be excellent.
Exciting, right?
Yeah.
All right, Coach, thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Absolutely.
And have a happy Thanksgiving and
Same
good luck
to you.
in 2 weeks.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. So we'll be right back with Alyssa Svalberg, senior setter for the volleyball team, so stick around.
Metropolitan State University of Denver nurtures student aspiration and empowers lifelong success through personal attention and professional experience in an inclusive environment. Located in the heart of downtown Denver, the university offers broad access to a transformative undergraduate and graduate education on Colorado's most diverse college campus. And as a gateway to opportunity, MSU Denver advances the intellectual, social, cultural, and economic well-being of Denver and beyond.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
I'm Basachi Fiatoa, senior middle blocker from Roadrunners volleyball team.
Excuse me, Gabby Varela. And hard hit there by Fiatoa, kind of coming out of nowhere.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
I'm Claire Gordon, senior DS from the volleyball team.
Nice job there by Claire Gordon.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
So glad you guys are right back with us. And before we go with Alyssa, we want you guys to shop at MSU Denver, at Shop MSU for the latest gear, for Metro State gear, for sweaters, mugs, whatever you want for the holidays, and make sure to represent during that holiday season and not go out on Black Friday. Instead, go online and buy some hats like the ones Sean has. All right, so Alyssa, thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
All right, so we saw the selection show today. It was very exciting. What are your thoughts on the opponent?
I'm super excited. You know, our region in general and our conference are just really tough competition. So I'm excited to go. This will be our 4th regional that we've been at, and it's just always so much fun, and it's a completely new experience too. Having it be just down the street at Regis will be awesome as well because it's a familiar place to play. So I'm super excited.
All right, so talk about the RMAC tournament. In the first round, you swept Colorado Mesa, making it 3 wins in a row against a really tough Mesa squad. Just tell the audience, if you can, we talked about it with Coach Glenn, but how hard is it to beat a team 3 times in a row like that, especially sweeping them in 3 straight sets the 3rd time as well?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of our saying, is that it's hard to beat the same team 3 times, especially such a great team like Mesa. They're always super strong. So I think with that, we just got better each and every game. You know, we had a great game at home in 4 on senior night, and we went to their place. We didn't play the cleanest, but we got it in 4. So we really just wanted to get the sweep and play to the best of our ability, and I think we did that. And just having it be the excitement of playoffs, I think, you know, gives you kind of a different energy. But it's like you guys were saying, it's hard to beat a good time 3 times, and we just really bought into it and really took that challenge.
So you guys would go on to the semifinals, and you guys would see an old rival, Colorado Mines. Earlier in the year, you guys went the distance 5 sets, but they took the win at their house, and this time it was you guys winning in 5 sets in the semifinals. So what gave you guys the edge in this match compared to the first match?
Yeah, you know, I think that was a huge growth moment for our team when we did lose in 5. We kind of let that one slip out of our control just from errors and kind of from a mental standpoint. So I think that really helped us coming back around in 5 in a neutral setting. We just got to come out and play our game, and we really just stuck with it. You know, that one was really point for point. It was a lot closer, I thought, especially in the 5th set. So we just stuck to it and had confidence in each other and just went for it.
So in that final game, it was Regis that would unfortunately end your guys' RMAC championship bid. But Regis wrapping it up, as you mentioned, means they're the 1st seed in the entire region. So NCAA regional action going to be at Regis. You mentioned the familiarity with it. So what kind of difference is this going to have playing in the RMAC tournament as opposed to the NCAA tournament? You know, what kind of difference is it going to be for you as a player playing in a familiar area but playing different teams? Does the intensity, I guess, rise a little bit?
Yeah, I think there's always that increase in intensity just for NCAA, but we try to just approach every game and really every point and practice as if it was a national championship. That's kind of our motto that Jenny brings to our team. So we just try to approach everything the same every time we play. But yeah, playing at Regis is going to be a really fun experience, I think. You know, I've played there my whole life for club tournaments ever since I was a little kid, so that gym does feel kind of like a home court. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I know just playing them in conference, a lot of the girls feel like that. So
yeah, and definitely it's going to be close by, so all your family is going to be there to support you, and it's going to make it more fun. But now we know that you're a senior, so tell us about your experience here playing as a Roadrunner.
You know, it's been awesome, especially this past year. I really could not have asked for anything else. It's just a great group of girls, all 4 years that I've been with, and through Debbie and Jenny, they've just both been great coaches. I love the school. But you know, this year has been special to me when I've been playing a little bit more and getting more time, and just the bond that our team has on the court is just awesome. Everyone just has so much fun with it, and we do have a lot of new faces too, as well as familiar, so that nice new like blend of a group of people, we just blend really well and get along good. So it's just been so fun.
All right, we're going to put you on the spot a little bit here. We're going to get the Roadrunners fans to know Alyssa Svalberg a little bit more. So your bio on roadrunnersathletics.com says that you're majoring in sports management. Is that still the case?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so if you could, I guess, say your dream job in sports management, what would it be?
I would say it would be in marketing for a professional sports team, but I also love college sports too, so I'm kind of taking different routes of internships to see which one to decide on.
Is there one specific team that you would want to go work for?
I'd love to stay in Colorado, so probably the Rockies or Nuggets.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you talked a little bit about how you were recruited by Coach Debbie Hendricks and how you've been playing under Coach Jenny Glenn. So how has those two styles been different here in your time, and how has Jenny Glenn kept the tradition of Roadrunner volleyball going?
You know, like I was saying, they both were just great coaches. I think Jenny, one of the things that we really loved about her when she came to interview was she wanted to keep the traditions alive of why we've been so successful. So she asked our team personally while she was interviewing, you know, like, what do you do? What do you love to do as traditions? What should we keep? And she really bought into that. And I thought that was super cool, especially for a new coach coming in to like want to be in our traditions. And Jenny just brings such a fresh energy, and it's awesome. She pulls things out of you that you don't think you have left in yourself, any energy to give, and she'll just find it. And she's just a great coach, and it's really fun to play for her.
So with Thanksgiving coming up, you're from Aurora, so staying local here.
Yeah.
Are your Thanksgiving plans relatively easy for you and your family this year? Are you guys going to do something crazy, huge family get-together as the RMAC tournament is right around the corner?
You know, I think my family's always crazy because everyone lives here, so we always have like 3 or 4 places to go, and it's crazy. But my poor dad, he's probably watching this, he actually just broke his leg on our way to the Mesa game last week, so we're going to be low-key this year. And we still have practice and stuff, you know, we still got to focus on NCAA. So we'll just be low-key and spend time with family, but it'll be fun.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate you here, and hope you have a happy Thanksgiving and good luck in 2 weeks in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, and before we end the show, we want to give you guys what's going to be coming up in Roadrunner Sports. So the monthly Roadrunner Lunch-On will take place this Tuesday from Brooklyn's at noon, so come on out. Chat with our head coaches in season and have a great meal while talking Roadrunner sports. Not for the games, as our men's basketball team will play their first games at home at the Aurora Event Center this season. On Friday, the men will welcome in Northwest Nazarene at 7 p.m. while taking on North Georgia on Saturday, also at 7 p.m.
The women's basketball team is also home this weekend. Coach Haave's squad will first battle Bemidji State at 5 p.m. on Friday, and then against William Jewell College at 5 p.m. on Saturday. So once you dig into those Thanksgiving leftovers for lunch, come on down to the event center and support the red and blue. But if you can't, the Metro State Broadcast Network will be there to bring you all the high-flying Roadrunners action.
So that will do it for this week's edition of the Coach's Corner. We hope everybody out there has a happy and safe Thanksgiving. From Coach Haave, Coach Jenny Glenn, Alyssa Svalberg, and the amazing, the legend, I almost forgot you, Tafoya. But
almost. How could you forget me, right?
For Tafoya, I'm Juan Arellano, and we'll see you next time.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
Here at MSU Denver.
To stop sexual harassment.
To identify situations
in which sexual assault may occur.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
It's on us.
All of us.
To get a friend home safely.
It's on us to be a part of the solution.
And not part of the problem.
Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.